This is destroying America. According to Rex Hupke from the Chicago Tribune. These can't be that dangerous. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell right next to it. Now let's take a look at what this critic had to say about fidget spinners. It's time to talk about the latest threat to America. Fidget spinners. This is gonna be good. Step aside, gun violence. Out of the way, heart disease and obesity. It's fidget spinners time. If you don't know what a fidget spinner is, then you have likely spent the last month in a cave 500 miles from the nearest child. Well, the government requires me to do that. Congratulations! I hope you enjoyed yourself, as those may be the final moments of peace you'll ever experience. Fidget spinners are ruining peace. Like they're loud? Or are they starting wars? They're just like new weapons. Just armies of people like, nah. That's because fidget spinners are now everywhere. They are in the hands of children riding CTA trains with their parents. They are in the classroom and in homes across America. They are even being spun by some adults in meetings and at bus stops. They're being used in the bedroom by fornicators. All you do is pinch the circular bearing between a thumb and forefinger and give one of the prongs a spin. And then it spins and spins and spins and spins. And that's fun, apparently. This is a major trend that people are thoroughly enjoying, and most trends and toys are pretty simple, like a hula hoop. All you do is step inside the circle and then spin the circle around your hips and try and make it not fall. And that's fun, apparently, because it's been around forever. And don't worry, I'll get to their nefariousness soon. Oh, I was waiting. I'm ready. I'm ready to learn why fidget spinners are ruining America. But if there's one thing children don't care about, it's what parents or experts think. They see a schoolmate spinning a brightly colored plastic thingy and then know nothing is more important than getting their hands on one of those brightly colored plastic spinny thingies. Yeah, they're children. We put bright colors on things to sell them to children. That's why most wrapping paper isn't brown. It's also why most cakes aren't brown, unless they're chocolate. And therein lies the problem with fidget spinners. As a parent, I can testify that the gadgets help my child focus. But that focus is solely on spinning, collecting, discussing, and dropping fidget spinners. I mean, what did you think it was gonna do? Magically make your kid like homework? What kid likes homework? I don't wanna help with the dishes. Of course I'll help with the dishes, Mom. He talks about fidget spinners. He spins fidget spinners. He breaks fidget spinners and then feels tragically sad about broken fidget spinners. Sometimes he sleeps. Sometimes he eats. But all the while, fidget spinners are on his brain. He wants to obtain more fidget spinners because there's always another spinner better than the 73 he keeps in his pockets. How big are his pockets? Your kid's walking like this. Maybe take one of the spinners out. No! And if you're worried about your kid and focus and things like that, that's dedication that you can't teach. He asks that we watch him do a fidget spinner trick, and then he fails at that trick because it's physically impossible. Well, what trick was he doing? I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna poop it out, and it will still be spinning. Then he asks for my newly upgraded smartphone so he can watch another instructional video for physically impossible fidget spinner tricks, of which there are 19 million. I counted. And counting to 19 million helped me focus. And now I like homework. At school, every child has a fidget spinner and the entire building hums like a giant white noise machine. That's an exaggeration. And if you live anywhere hot, central air and fans has done that forever. I think you can live with the noise. Some schools across the country, including one in Evanston, have banned the gadgets, presumably out of fear that if all the children were to simultaneously spin their spinners in the same direction, it would form a vortex that could wipe out half the city. I have a feeling that's not why they did that. There's like a tiny feeling that it's not for fear of a vortex happening. I feel like you were just talking to a homeless crackhead on the street. The vortex is gonna happen, man. All the spinners, have you seen the spinners? It's the government trying to control your brain. There's little spinner aliens in your brain, and it's just trying to control you. But I like homework now. The spinners cost about $5 up into the hundreds of dollars, depending on how insane you are. The funny thing is, how you wrote that means your insanity level is not how much you're willing to pay. Your insanity level is how much it costs. Oh, I'm pretty sane. I'll buy that for $5. Give it to me, but I want to spend hundreds. But it's only $5. No! I don't know what this move was. Yeah, I can't. If I don't have a fidget spinner, I just do this. I'm confident the American economy is now at least 40% fidget spinner based, and it may yet grow. I don't see a negative. We have an economy now. Sweet. Who cares where the hell it came from if it's, as long as it's not like, you know, heroin. I don't know who planted these devices in our country, but it was clearly a malicious act intended to distract us from more important issues, like the latest versions of smartphones and foreign countries itching to invade America. Issues that children are thinking about all the time. Oh wait, they never are? Give them a stupid toy, who cares? Many fidget spinners are manufactured in China. I know this because my extremely focused son recently bought a pack of 10 spinners from a Chinese distributor. I wish I was making that up, so I suspect China is behind this so-called fad. That's one hell of a conspiracy theory. What, 80% of what we have in this country has been made in China? So they're just responsible for everything, whether it's bad or good or whatever? That's a lot of responsibility for China. I hope they're ready for it. I hope they can handle it. At the rate things are going, the Chinese military could overrun the West Coast, and our children would be too distracted with their fidget spinners to notice anything, and we adults would be too distracted by our annoyance with fidget spinners to care. And that was their plan all along. That wouldn't even be a good movie plot. There have been times lately, amid the incessant whir of spinners and the occasional yelp of a sleeping dog struck by a drop spinner, when a Chinese invasion would have been downright refreshing. I could use a Chinese invasion right now. It's a little warm. I got the sweats. I got the sweats going on. So China, can you help me out? Cool things down a little bit. So I think it's time, in the interest of America's future, that we eradicate the spinner menace. Yeah, good luck. Your kid has 73. Have fun trying to get spinners out of children's hands. You know the expression, it's as easy as stealing candy from a baby? Well, there's gonna be a new expression, it's as hard as taking a fidget spinner from a child. I'm going to get on that as soon as I run out and buy the latest smartphone. I just saw a guy with one that has a slightly larger screen than mine. So you're also the problem? I guess that's the first step of recovery. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell right next to it. If you want to see another video from us, click one of the ones on the screen, and until we see you next time, geek out and game on.